Hello fellow surfers, welcome to Flavour Tasters, the food and beverage review channel and all things relating to food, beverage and all that, health, blah 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 blah, you know the whole thing. Anyway, so today I'm going to be talking about this burger. Now it's a little bit packed, can't really see it because the cheese is literally bending around it, but I'll put a video in this pod. By the way, the reason it's split is because I cut it open just to see that it's done. Other than that, this is the size of it. There's a decent size burger in. It's lost a little bit of its like size, but still a nice thickness. If I can even show you this, like, because there's a lot of lettuce and everything on. See, it's decent size, yeah, decent thickness. It's just not as big as it was when I was cooking. But now, before I get into eating this, I had a Burger King. In fact, here's the receipt. I don't want to show because it has my address on. But a double Whopper meal was $10.59. I don't think it's got my address on. I don't think it has, but just in case it does. It was $10.59 for a meal. You get fries. The fries aren't big, so technically, like, for, well, let's just go with what the burger itself supposedly costs just by itself. According to a website I've seen, it is $6.99 for the burger, the big Whopper. Yet for this, the Whopper is like £4.96 more than what this cost to make, and that's the reason why. For one slice of the 10 cheese slices, it's about 25 pence per slice. You get 10 in the pack. A fifth of the lettuce, which you can see how much lettuce I've used in the video as well as this, yeah. A fifth of the lettuce, which probably isn't even a fifth, I probably haven't used that, comes to about 15 pence. 2 buns, which is obviously the 2 buns to make the burger, you get 4 2 buns, so 8 in total, but a top and a bottom, making up the 4 for the burgers. These were 63 pence for the 2 buns. A chili, 1 chili, which is used, and not even the fullness of the chili, but 1 chili used was about 13 pence. Then 1 burger comes to 87 pence. In total, that's £2.03. £2.03 for this burger. Now, it's a little bit too much lettuce on there. I think I'd put a little bit too much lettuce on there. It would probably look a little bit better. However, that's $4.96. That's £5 more for less. Now, in relation to the fries, you can buy some like decent chips, or you can cut up a potato, which will probably come to pennies. Chop it up and have a little side, chips or fries, thick fries, however you like them, for a lot cheaper than the $10.99 or whatever. The what was it, $10.59 for the meal. Yeah, you get water, but you can get water from your own tap. You can even boil up a kettle the day before, or pour it when it's cool, so you know you're getting rid of some chemicals or whatever by boiling. Then pour it into a bottle, put it in the fridge, let it cool down, put it in the freezer if you want to make it icy cooled for a couple of minutes, and boom. So the water is essentially free anyway. But let's look at the burger. From $6.99 for their burger. For this burger, again, the cheese is overlapping. If I was to round off the cheese, which I don't want to do so much, and actually take out the lettuce, it doesn't look as big, but yeah, It's a little bit smaller, but it's thicker. As you can see there, it's thicker but smaller in like circumference. Is that the right word? But anyway, so let's have a bite. And again, with their burgers, by the way, you only get a little bit of lettuce. Like the lettuce I had on my burger, at least, was like not maybe it's the size of one pod, snapped up into a few. It was pathetic. The a little bit of mayo, and that's it. Now, if you've got sauce at your home, you can add what sauces you want, and it wouldn't cost you. Like it would have cost you in the past, but to make this meal in totality, the sauces will probably come to pennies, like a couple of pennies, like 2, 3, because you're only doing a little squidge, and there's a lot inside of it. So, yeah, just so you know, and you can add whatever you want to at home. But anyway, so let me just eat. Now, it's got heat from the chilies. It's got a variation of mustard, sweetness from barbecue. Again, it could have been probably bigger in circumference, like size outwards, like length and width, whatever. But it's still thick. Yeah. Let me just. You can't see because the sauce is over it now, but it's still a thick. Yeah. See the thickness. Try and get it into the light so you can actually see it well. But anyway. You see? Decent thickness. Maybe it's just a little bit smaller than the big Whopper ones, but it's a lot thicker, so you're probably getting about the same amount of meat, maybe slightly less, right? But it's very, very unnoticeable. Green screen. Now, if you're making a meal, this is better. If you're making a meal, this with some thick cut fries or chips, with some thick cut fries, maybe some beans to the side, or some sauces to the side, maybe even some cheese, battered cheese dip things, you know, the little cheese bites things. It still will come a lot less than that, because you're only having a little bit of big bags that you get from the shop. You're only having maybe 6 or something, and some fries. And then you still got a whole bag for another meal, another meal, another meal, another meal. You know, I've got 4 burgers, so I can have essentially those 4 burgers like this for probably around about the same price as the actual Big Whopper. It may be slightly more, but again, it will only be the burgers that are £3.50. But then you just have to times by 4 burgers or 3 more burgers, the lettuce and stuff, which are pennies, which will probably come to an extra £2-3 maximum. That's stretching it. which would make it about the £5, £6 at a very weird push, maybe £7. So you're getting 4 meals, even if it was like £8 for that fullness of the burgers. In fact, let me do the math. After this, I'll do the mathematics relating to, and I've left my phone in the kitchen, but one time. You can kind of see the thickness of the burger there. You'll see in the picture, in the video anyway. So, let me just get the calculator. And let's just do, for the burger itself, the totality of the ingredients. Obviously, you're getting 4 burgers, a full pack of lettuce, 10 cheese, which you're not going to use, because I only use 1. So you only go use half of it, about 4 out of 10. So, let's go to this. Let's do this. £2.50 for the cheese itself. Then plus 75p for the lettuce. Now for the buns, that's £2.55. For the chilli, because you're only using 1 chilli, but for the whole pack of chilies, it's still only 39p for the 3 or 4 chilies that you get in there. Then the burgers itself. Now the fullness of the ingredients, the fullness of the ingredients comes to, this is for the fullness, £9.69, but that's for the full, yeah. You're getting 4 burgers, the buns. You're getting a full pack of lettuce, which you can still use over. You might not even use that much lettuce. You can use over for something else. More, like maybe it's 1 or 2 chilies more that you can use. Sorry. Different cheese. You're only going to be using 4 unless you want to use more. Then you would use the other cheese for something else. Maybe it's a sandwich for if you've got children, a picnic or whatever, you know, for a meal when they go to school or whatever. So even with that, even if you take off, say, £1 at 8, like let's just make it like £8, £8.50, for a couple of pound more, so £6.99 is the fullness of the just the burger of the Whopper. £6.99 is only what? Let's actually take away £6.99. Just do that. It's only £2.70 more, but you're getting 4 meals. Yeah. So let's just £2.70 plus £6.99. I want to just do this. So then, if you divide that by 4, it comes to £2.42 with the full ingredients per meal. Like with all of the ingredients, if you were to even it out, it'll probably be a lot bigger. Yeah. Yet 1 Whopper meal, burger, should I say, 1 Whopper burger is $6.99. So $2.42. Let's just start this again. So $6.99. Take off $2.42. Take off $2.42. There's a £4.57 difference between the big Whopper. So that's like 2 more burgers. You could have 3 of those burgers for around about the same price as just 1 Whopper. That's pathetic, considering that the patties, the burgers themselves are like literally thin, a little bit longer, but because they've been bashed out, and you barely get any sauce. I had only a little squidge of mayonnaise on there. I don't believe there was any other sauce. A few bits of lettuce put on, and then that was essentially it. I don't even believe there was any cheese on there. So you're getting a variation, a lot more for the meal. Admittedly, you'll see in the video anyway, it's not that small, but smaller in width, but it's thicker. Probably about double the thickness. Maybe it's a little bit more than double the thickness of a Whopper. So make your mind up. Look, are you going to go out for a meal? Are you going to go to Burger King or McDonald's or these fast food restaurants? Are you going to go out and pay that much money? Now, I want to be also telling you, I spent £50.99 in total for my meal, which I got. I'll tell you what I got. A big Whopper meal, which was £10.59 with a double Whopper. Then I bought a side, which is £4.29 for 6 chili bites. It got a large fries and water with the meal free anyway. Then another like Whopper meal, not a double Whopper meal, just a single Whopper meal for $9.29, and you got free with that the Whopper, the large fries, and the still water. Totally, this came to half of the price of my what I'm going to be talking about, but £24.17 approximately. Now I spent £50.99 for a proper amount of meals and stuff. Yeah. So what I got with this was 2 bags I paid for, like to carry shopping in. Coffee, which is Taylor's from Harrogate, number 6, which comes to £4.55. The cheese, £2.50. The salad bag, 75p. The rolls, which are the burger buns, £2.55. Chilies, 39p. Burgers, £3.50. Barbecue sauce, £2.50. Ginger ale and whiskey. I believe it's Gentleman Jack, a decent bottle. I'm getting all of that for double the price, and yet the whiskey's going to last me a while. The ginger ale could go in one day or whatever. Could be, over a couple of days. And then you've got the burgers, which, generally people have one proper good meal. And I've got some fries and chips that can do to a side meal. Could last at least 2-3 days. Depending if I have 2 meals a day with the burgers and so on and so on. Now, if you were to take off the whiskey, which is the majority of that, £33, then what's that off? My mathematics isn't with it today. So £50.99, take off £33. That's £17. So for £17, you can have a couple of days meals with still the ginger beer, rather than spending £22 for one essential meal, because it's you having one double Whopper, maybe a friend has a single Whopper, and then a couple of bites behind. But between you, you could have 4 people having them one meal together. 4 people. Rather than a few little bits and pieces. I'm just saying, maybe sometimes it's better to eat in than it is to eat out fast food, just because of speed, or even having it delivered. Then you've got delivery costs. Wherefore at home, you can buy the shopping in, you plan out a nice meal, your friends are coming over, and then maybe you can make a pudding, which again would be a lot cheaper. I believe the ice cream that I bought was a little tub there, and it cost, if I'm not mistaken, around about the same price as the big tubs you can get, like double, triple the size from Asda, from the shop. So just think logically, intelligently when you're going out. You'll save yourself a lot of money if you're just having it for yourself over a couple of days, or if you're having your friends over. This could be like £50 over this meal and some drink, and you're enjoying, maybe you're celebrating something. Why spend half of that on 2 burgers in a 2 waters, little fries, because the large fries are small. They're pathetic, really. Why would you do that? I mean, it just doesn't make sense, does it? Just saying. Now, obviously, you could play about. You could get different burgers that are a little bit bigger, like wider, that'll cook down and look better. Obviously, the burger didn't look beautiful and artistic, and ooh, look at the art to that. Obviously, it was just, you know, but it tasted amazing. It tasted beautiful. There's still that juiciness to it, and how you cook it as well. Cook it slow for a while, yeah, on maybe so my cooker goes to 6. I cooked it first for a little while on 4, then I put it up to 5 for a while, so it's cooking a little bit even through, and then to 6 to cook it a little bit more, like a lot hotter of heat going into it. Now I cut it in a slice in the middle just to see that it was cooked, yeah, but you don't have to do that. Maybe it's got ways of testing and seeing it. Maybe you like it less cooked. I could have stopped at a certain point there because it was just slightly pink, but I prefer it being like all the same essential colour. So hopefully this video has been beneficial to you, has helped you think a little bit outside the box. Should you eat more at home, or maybe it's even going to like a pub restaurant, a proper meal where they get proper, like they're making the burgers themselves. It's thicker. You get like a little tin of you know, fries, and but they're properly home cooked. It's not, maybe it'll put your thoughts relating to your price, and if you're cutting down in price and what is better for money. If you're living alone and it's just for you over a couple of days, you could easily get away with that for 2-3 days with the burgers over that period of time. So subscribe, hit the notification bell, select all notifications, strike the like, share the content, and all the good stuff. One last thing I would say, the burger had more variety in the burger eating. It had the heat from the Encona sauce, it had and the chilies, it had the mayonnaise flavour that you would get from the burger from Burger King or McDonald's or whatever. Then it had barbecue sweetness, it had the mustard, like the American mustard, or French's is called mustard, and lettuce, and it had a variety of texture to it. Wherefore the burger, now Burger King isn't terrible, I'm not dissing it, but it's not worth the money. It's definitely not worth the money. Just saying. Anyway, subscribe and all that good stuff. Hit the like, share, and join the links in the description and all that. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace. I'm out.